Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Music Mondays. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I believe I have sure that it. Yep. I'm here. Woohoo! Welcome. It is time for the usual Monday thing where we work on some music, where we find out what is going on in the world of iOS music and more. Woohoo! Greetings to Allie and Thomas and Lewis, who are in the front row. I expect that we'll see more afterwards. We'll get the pie taken care of real quick, and then we're going to get to work so that we can have new music. Doug Kidder, hello, welcome. Who's the... The pie is like, hey. Right on. I am going to... How stoked am I that Seattle won last night? Well, ask Doug how he feels about Seattle winning last night. We're actually pretty happy over here. Even if I do like football when, I don't like sit and watch it all the time, but I like it when my team is doing well. And one thing I know is that there will be more spending and more happiness in Seattle, and we need that. And I want my roommate to get the benefit of the spending. Hopefully he's getting the benefit of that. He got a bunch of tips. That will be really awesome. And I got delicious food. I got pizza. Woohoo! It was very amusing, and I enjoyed the halftime show. I know other people, I'm sure it's controversial, but it was a beautiful show. It was really gorgeous. I've been to the Caribbean, and the little Caribbean village that he built was so cool. Anyway, welcome, Gary. All right, I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to jump into my display. The Seahawks are on sale for only $15 billion. I know. The thing that bothers me about football is it's gotten so commercialized. But, it's just a big business, and I wish that it was more about sport, because I remember seeing people do sports. Hey, Dave Bops. Welcome. All right. I'm going to hit the button. We're going to transition into people who are doing work. Oh! Yay! And here's Pie and me in the corner. Here we are. And we're going to we're going to go to the Beat community. And we're going to find out just what happened this week. The iOS software archives. It's what we do. All right, it's the 9th. So everything from February 2nd. Working backwards. Hey, Tweakbench Studio's been updated again. Shocking! Brad Example, what's up? Exosphere has been updated. I love Exosphere. Wow, we have a lot of stuff. Anyway, so Deja Vu, that's where we were last week. Okay, from February 3rd, Fred Corvist updates and price drops AUBE2. Let's see what AUBE2 is up to. It's $11.99, usually $19.99. It's an AV3 plugin organizer and discovery tool. I really enjoy it just for... it's just really good to remember what I've got and how it works. Thank you, Thomas, for showing... whoops, I knew it. I knew there was one thing that would be missing. There it is. Ta-da! Way over there, we've got my QR code. Go ahead and strike that QR code if you would like to connect with whatever Pie and you in the corner losing your religion. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. All right, let's go back into finding out what's up. VA Poly Loop has been updated by Ryo Togawa. Its intro price $5.99, and it'll increase after the promotion to $14.99. It ends February 28th. So apparently this is like what is it? It's a standalone or AV3. It's a polyphonic synthesizer and analog style step sequencer. Yep, pretty much, a lot of stuff is that. I don't know anything about it. Chord Polypad updated to version 3. This looks somewhat interesting. $17.99. What's new in version 3? Let's find out. Advanced random chord generator with 16 musical moods, organized by complexity, emotional, and atmospheric categories. For naturally flowing composition, new global scale system where the chord keyboard visually grays out notes outside the selected scale. That sounds useful. You can quantize new standardized scale names, redesigned preset selector, now supporting in-app purchase packs. 3 new preset packs are available: Liminal Spaces, Club Wave, and Retro Pop. New option to color the entire pad. New option to automatically stop audio background after 15, 30 minutes, 2 hours, or never. Right on. It's apparently it's a playing chord, so it does MIDI control. It's interesting. I don't know if and when Jade's going to cover it. Stage Tracks 4. This seems like it's some kind of main stage kind of vibe. This is for performance. Piano Tech 9 has been updated. That's an expensive app. Very expensive, but awesome. So there's a revoicing in the bass range, warm preset redesigned in Steinway B. There's a Bluthner update. So it seems like their bass pianos are getting better. Hey, Boomer Bass Meme. Welcome. Sunshine Raid. I could use a sunshine raid. It's very cloudy here today. Length of manually chorded MIDI sequence is now properly preserved. External audio input parameters are now exposed in the AV3 plugin. Very, very cool. Now we get to find out what's new in Exosphere. This is what I've been waiting for. Add sample groups to the file manager for organized sample management. Added the move function for assigning samples to groups or returning them to the main list. Added back navigation to switch between groups and the main sample list. User sample selection now opens directly on or the corresponding layers group for faster workflow. Automatic grouping based on sample name prefixes. Hey Hugh Caldwell, what's up? Meow, meow, meow. Missing sample indicator. It's an exclamation point. Description updated. It's just little bug fixes and things to make it more pleasant. Tweakbench Studio once again updated. All right, we're getting there. All right. Here's the rest of the stuff that's happened this week. Imaginando price drop frames, and there's a new expansion called Ancient Tales. I love this. This synth frames is incredibly cool. I've used it quite a few times, especially in home, in like soundscapes that I listen to for, happiness and joy and relaxation. So the Sound of Merlin has made this new Ancient Tales expansion. It's not about recreating vintage gear for the sake of nostalgia. It's about capturing the feeling those instruments left behind. Sounds awesome. Anyway, it is on sale for 5.99 euros, usually 11.99 euros, and the new thing is $9.99. Right on. Let's keep going. We're moving along. Audio thing update and price drop mini verb and release it for iOS. Okay, well, mini verb's happening. Ah, shit. I got... That's not the way to tell me. You sound like heathen granny when you say stuff like that. Oi. There's a better way. There's a better way. I hate the leaderboard. Here, YouTube, if you're listening, make the leaderboard not, N-O-T, not, the standard. All right, let's look up. You're about to get kicked out there. Cutie, you're so adorable. She's so cute. Is mini verb what's coming up today? Let's find out. Nope. Let's move this, tighten it up. Hey, Sunshine Acha. Sunshine Acha. Nice show. I was listening. You know I was listening. I'm always listening. Is it neon verb? Is it... Take me away from your leaderboard. Does anyone know Dark Veil? Is that it? Nope. Why do I do this? Ooh, thank you for the super sticker, Ms. Sunshine. Oops. It's so nice to have you on in the morning so I can just listen and be all happy. Neon Verb NV2 by Audiority. That's what we're going next. All right. Bahoom. Bahoom. All right. Did I miss anyone coming in? Doesn't seem like it. Very cool. Neon Verb. Neon Verb. She left herself. Anyway, mini verb, that's coming up in the next 2 days. $3.99 for now. It looks like it's just a little 80s retro game thing. Let's keep going. And then Minibit, their update and price drop. Minibit. Hey, Jamie Lynn, what's up, lady? Beautiful lady. Ooh, this looks fun. It's a synthesizer plugin that emulates the sound of 80s game consoles and retro computers. Very fun. Neon Verb NV2. Here's what's coming up today for desktop and iOS. This looks like a Reverb app. Watch Jade's last week's show on Reverb, and we'll find out more about these kind of cool things. It's convolution-based reverb, and we'll find out more right after this. Okay, Kick drum synthesizer is 99 cents. What? So cheap, and now it's been updated. All right, this is what's up for 4 Pockets this week, everybody. Slow-Mo FX is $5.99 from $9.99. Euclidean, my favorite 4 Pockets app, perhaps $8.99 from $14.99. WaveCloud, only $8.99. Another awesome app. DigiSticks 2, also $8.99. There you go. Keep going. Disco DSP released keypad MIDI controller, a free download. What is this? Keypad MIDI controller. Transform your iPod into a professional MIDI controller with touch-optimized piano keyboards, drum pads. This sounds wicked fun. Let's give it a shot. Get Disco DSP. I got a new app, guys. I'm sure we'll get a look at that soon. IK Multimedia price drops Hammond B3. How much is that now? Price drop. $29.99 from $129.99. Holy moly, that's expensive. I know, I'm an appaholic. It's true. It's true. It's true. Disco DSP's been, now it's already updated this killer keypad MIDI, which is cool. Let's go back down here. Wow. Elastic Melody and Elastic OSC are on sale for $9.99. They're usually $12.99. Very cool. Bleece Slow Machine is on offer. I love Slow Machine. It actually can slow down fast stuff. How awesome is that? Have you ever tried it? Desktop version is $4.99. The iOS version is $4.99. There you go. It mutates any beat or melody from predictable to innovative. It revamp leads into deep basses, thicken percussion. It's really cool. You manipulate time with creativity. How awesome. Disco DSP updates Scope AUV3 visualizer. So that's an oscilloscope for $2.99. Nembrini's Audio MRH810 V2 is on sale. I don't even know what that is. Don't have it. You guys, you know that I don't have every app. Oh, this looks like a nice little amp. It's on $24.99 on desktop. It's not on offer on iOS. There we go. Did I say hi to Gary? I think I did. So Prism MIDI sequencer. It's currently available for $19.99. It looks like it's a 16-track MIDI sequencer. You can craft intricate beats, harmonize melodies, explore new sonic landscapes. It does different stuff. I guess there's so many sequencers these days. Peter DeCant updates Stage Tracks 4. We already looked at Stage Tracks 4. We already looked at Disco DSP. Jam Maestro and Bit Maestro are on offer. Price drop. $4.99 for Jam Maestro. $2.99 for Bit Maestro. Guitar-centric music. It looks like the Jam Maestro looks like it's some instruments and a little bit of stuffy stuff. Yes, the pie is left because she said you guys didn't give enough treats. No, she said it's your fault. All right, we're done with that. Let's see what I got this week, and then we are on to work. And there is some exciting stuff. What did I acquire this week? I got keypad MIDI controller, and I got Deja Vu, and I got Beat Cut sampler for videos. That's what I got. Necessary. All right, we're gonna jump into Logic now and find out what have we got. What have we got? By the way, yesterday after Jade did her show on delay, I went in and I created a thing. Let's look in AUM real quick, and I'll go back and see if the sessions... Nope, there actually is no session for it. So all there is recordings. I just hopped in and I just recorded some stuff. I recorded this little soundbox thing. I used one soundbox. It is the Grenadier. Check that out. And I put it in Space Fields and it went this. And it just continues. So it's like 4 minutes and 20 seconds long, haha, or so. And then I took this and I ran it through Chord AI so it would pick out the music, right? Let's look at Chord AI. I'll show you what I meant. So here yesterday, this soundbox, we'll look at it. So what it did was it said, here, let's see what we've got. Now, I did the same thing. I did the same thing in Logic, but there's a reason I did it twice. And that's because this Chord AI has this little thing. Let's see if I can find my cursor. There it is. So see this little dot right here, Midify? When I hit Midify, it populated the whole bottom of it with MIDI. And then as we look in audio share, we'll see this is the MIDI right here. Check out this MIDI. I'll just play it for a second even. Right? So that's the MIDI that was in there. How crazy is that? So then I turned it wave. I made a little thing. I added some stuff in Logic using the Logic chord trips. So now it's all filled out. And we'll open it. First, we're going to open. Let's close the other things that use up DSP because apparently DSP is now a problem. And this is important. I've got an M1 iPad. So if I'm having problems and you have a less than M1, you may have more problems than me. You may not even be able to use it. If you have an M1 like me, you may have to play with a few tricks to get going, but let's grab. Now we're going to open up Delay and Play and we're going to find out what I did to it. I put some crazy drums in this and it sounds amazing. And you will see, we'll listen to it, some of it first. I think Thomas will like this. I did all this since yesterday. That and I watched the Super Bowl. We won't listen to the whole thing, but you get the idea. So let me show you what I did here. Just for fun, I'm going to, so right up here in this 3-dot menu right here, I tapped it. I'm showing my output track. Let's show the global tracks. Now we'll tighten way in. Now look what I've done. Look at all those chords in there, right? And this is a bunch of very strange chords, right? So this Soundbox 128 BPM 001, this is the thing I recorded over there in this metallic thing. I recorded it with Soundbox from the Grenadier pack. We may be able to find it in here if it allows me to. Let's unmute that. In fact, we'll solo it. And now you'll see that what we've got here now is the last thing I used. And what we've got over here is mitigates probability. So what I did was I ran all that MIDI through, I only ran 11% of it through, right? So this was a vocal at 11%. Let's listen to it. Right? So that's this one. This one's called MM Vector. So we'll unsolo that. We'll solo this. Now you'll see what happened is, and I'll make that large so you can see where the stuff is. See, and you can see that the MIDI that's underneath there is so full. Look at all those notes. And look, this is all that came out is right here. See, all these notes are skipped. And then when you run up here, and it decided for itself. This is voice. Okay. So that one we'll unsolo that. Now we're going to move up, and this is Vox Motive, and this is a different set. Notice how here there's some of the stuff in the same spots, but it's not in the same spots. It's a different 11% that it did, and it's very random, which is why I do the capturing, the bouncing. See how cool that is? Now this one, you'll notice we have GR delay. We have Rob Jackson's GR delay in here. And it's got extra spread, a little bit of cascade, some mix. It's also, so this is a granular delay. And that really helped these voices sync appropriately into the mix. You'll hear it. Yeah. So since we've got, now the other one that I did this with is down here. So this one is the Soundbox 128. This is bounced in place. This is with the original Grenadier sound. Let's go. And that's actually the sound that I used to create that soundscape in the first place. Let's head it back there. Now unsolo that, and we're going to go back up here, and we're going to once again solo this Soundbox. Now I'm going to open up Soundbox, and we're going to find, I'm going to go back to this Grenadier real quick. So, ooh, see? CPU overload. Your iPad was unable to process all audio data. But it didn't. Muskets and Mist A. See, these sound beautiful. This is by Compose Audio. March Through Smoke. Anyway, this is incredibly beautiful. Ooh, I love this March Through Smoke. March Through Smoke. Now we'll get out of there. And now let's go back into our mitigates probability. Oi. Now see what it does? It actually freezes it. So now we have this frozen thing. But it actually still plays. Let's see, or does it? See, now it's freezing what it thinks we've got going on here. Whoa. It froze the plug-in. Oh, that's beautiful, though. So what I say, let's do, is let's bounce this in place. It seems as though I may be having problems. It's this new update. It needs to like not run so intensely, I guess. Or will it bounce? Oh, look. It unfroze it. Oh my, whatever happened? Let's see if we can get it to do something. There it goes. Bouncing regions, good job. See, now we've got more. Let's mute that. Whoops, unsolo it and mute it. And let's see if we can hear something new here. I know, right? We'll go to a next place where there is some. Whoa. See, you can see what kind of problems I'm having. So what I've been doing is I've just been going out, saving it, coming back in. I've been rebooting. It is a pain, I have to say, but I don't really know how to use any other DAWs very well. So what can I do? Yikes, right? It's amazing how I think we should start over again for fun. I'm watching the little thing go around. Around and around and around and around. See, this is why it's interesting to watch this, is in case you don't have as powerful of a setup as Jade does. Let's see. I don't think we're going to need any more of this soundbox stuff, so I'm just going to delete it. Let's try the mastering set. See if it... Oh, it's analyzing. Now, I removed this... the file full of stuff. It's creating a mastering chain. I did add bark filter in my final mastering chain. But I say, now that you've seen exactly what I did here, let's export this, and we're going to take a look at it after it's exported, and we'll see if we've got peaks and valleys, or if it's how it looks. I'm going to completely exit that. All right, more, save to files. I save it in audio share. It's called a delay and play for now. Mastered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we're gonna close that. We're gonna close Logic. We are going, oh, let's take Superimpose X and close that too. All right, now we're gonna go in here. We're gonna look at this. Whoa, that is not. See, look. It just stops working in the middle. What the hell? That's insane. I don't even know what to do about that. Well, we're going to get rid of that. And so let's start over again with what I did the first time. And how did I make this crazy ass track? I started with a Space Fields and a crunchy sounding soundbox. So let's look for a soundbox. And then we're going to place a Space Fields underneath it. Now, Space Fields is a crazy app. And the best time is 11:34, because if you look at a digital clock upside down, it says, hey, it says heal. No, he'll do what? What will he do? No. Haha. Anyway, I'm just going to take the Space Fields out for now, and we're going to open it up, and we're going to go into this Grenadier again, because it's got some, or Skyfire maybe. Nah, the Grenadier has some crazier sounds. Cold Resolve. Okay, Ashen Sky. No Man's Land. Cold Resolve A. Cold Resolve B. Black Powder A. Black Powder B. Muskets and Mist. Bayonet Veil. God, these are gorgeous. The Grenadier Stood. A. B. March Through Smoke. March Through Smoke B. Resilience. Anyone have a point in there? There's Resilience B. Frozen Valor A. Frozen Valor B. Now back up here. Yeah, here, let's use Black Powder B. And now I'm going to open it up. We're going to use right here. We're just going to use the keyboard. I'm just going to use C4. And then when it calms down, all right, now we're going to set this up to record, right? Now we put in Spacefields. Spacefields is going to do something crazy. It's going to repeat it over and over and over again. So it's going to be wild, and wait till you hear this. All right. All right, now you'll hear it start slapping back at us. Should be. Yes, there it goes. Wow, that sounds so beautiful. Let's give it like 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes or something like that. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. Then you could open this up and you could actually like randomize, do some randomizing. I hit this more button. We could randomize the automation. Let's wait till we get to the beginning of a let's see, we're at 38, 39, 40, 48. Oh, let's go 48. There it goes. Did you hear that little twist? We're at 1:42 now. So now we have this background sound, and there's going to be notes that pull out of it. It's going to create a key. Oh my God, it sounds so cool. Yeah, Spacefields. Spacefields and Soundbox, you could make an endless soundscape with just that. Whee! Let's give it one more. Whee! Now that's going nuts. I'm just trying to give it, like, wait till it finds a spot. It's like almost 3 minutes right now. Ooh, nice! There it goes. It changed up. Perfect. Just edging the volume down. There we go. Now you can hit stop, and the recording is finished. I know, ground control to Major Who? All right, now what we've got is I can just get rid of this, right? Because what we've got is in here, in the files, in recordings, Untitled 2026-29. There it is, in Soundbox. 3 minutes and 29 seconds. So we'll just I'm just going to flip that. See, goodbye. It's gone. Nothing more. Nothing to see here, people. So now I come into Audio Share, and where you find these in Audio Share is in AUM recordings right there. So right in here in your AUM recordings, look, there we go. There's our beautiful things. Ground control to moderator Tom. Yeah, check that out. This is actually quite the beautiful little waveform. So what I want to do next, and now I know you've probably seen this a million times, but it's so fun. So I click this share sheet, and then I look in through the files bits, and there should be Chord AI. I'm going to take it to Chord AI. Boom. It's computing the chords. It's deciding what it thinks is in here. And it doesn't have to be right for you to make some really cool music out of it. That's the thing. See, it says we're in A minor, and it thinks that we're at 66 beats per minute, and I like that. I think that would be rather beautiful. So we've got C, G, A minor. Now all I do is I hit this MIDI-fy, and you'll see audio to MIDI computation happening. It's going to pull all those beautiful things out. Yes. Look at that. Look at all this stuff. Right? 3/4 time for Smitty. Should I keep it 3/4 time? So now, see, we've got all these little piano things in here. So the next thing we do is we're going to hit the 3-dot menu, and I'm going to go export as MIDI file. And then we're not going to call it this, because if we do, it's going to look exactly like the last one. So now we're going to go Soundbox Space Fields. And what was the name of that pack? I forget now. I'll just go Grenadier. Now it's exported. So we just look and we come through these, and here we go, Audio Share. And now look, we've got that. So we can just start that whole little process again. Let's make sure we've got some. Now we're gonna close Chord AI. Where's Chord AI? Boop, boop, goodbye. Well, remember that we could do it 66 beats per minute, whatever, right? We don't need to know. So now we're going to come back in. Going to try opening another Logic. We're going to play with the plus button. Here we go, plus. Tracks. Now I always set up my tracks for a blank audio file right there. And now so I took this little corner and I dragged it up so that I could look at two files. And now we're going to drag this in here. That's not even the right thing, haha. Let's delete that. Bye-bye. Back to AUM recordings to the top. Here, Soundbox. There we go. There's our beautiful Soundbox stuff. And now we're going to go all the way back to Soundbox Grenadier. Boom. Hello, Live to Fly channel. What's up? Also import tempo in. Let's import the import the tempo for fun. Let's have fun. Woohoo! Look at that. Now we've got 2 and they're the same length. Now if you listen to this, if you add something in here, we've just got a piano. I say we get rid of the piano. Let's go. So what I did was I tapped this. Now I'm going to remove everything that this piano has. Bye-bye. We're going to pick an instrument. Let's pick a soundbox again. Soundbox uses up so much. And now we're going to go in this MIDI effects. And this time, instead of MIDI gates, I'm going to use Waymaker. It does exactly the same thing basically. So I open it up and let's full size that. So now we connect it to MIDI and then we change our stuff to a probability utility sequencer. All right, so now I don't want 100% of the stuff coming through here. I want maybe 17% of this stuff to come through. We'll open up Soundbox. Let's find another sound in Grenadier. See, it's already, your CPU is overloading. Ooh, I like Cold Resolve. Now that's... I'm just going to rename this project. I'm going to close it and open it again and it might work. Oi. I had to reboot like twice yesterday, but hey, I made that song, didn't I? Let's call it Grenadier 2. Now we're going to go back. We're going to close it. We're going to close Logic. Going to close Audio Share. Going to close the App Store. We're going to close Safari. We're going to only now just open this. This drives me nuts, you guys. Apple! Yeah, look, it crashed the whole thing. Ha! Come on, you can do it. There it goes. Oh, look, it crashed again. Good morning, Vietnam. Oh, I know. Oi! Yes, it's driving me nuts. Yeah, exactly. Holy moly. Let's try. I'm going to reboot it. Watch. Get the DSP reset. Now this is what I call... I know. It's worse than hitting Newton's noggin. The App Store is now closed. Right? Throws iPad, no doubt. Where's Mini Vibes when we need her? See if another project opens. Yeah, I am going to try that first. Boom, boom. Crash again like we did last summer, right? Hi, Russ. What's up? Let's open the one we just did before. Okay, that's open. Right, now let's open the one we just did. Yay, it's open. I knew it. I knew it would work. It's freezing. Wow, that actually sounds pretty cool. Let's go in and see if we can get it to bounce. Bounce or join, bounce in place. You gotta love this. Gonna crash again like we did last summer. So we had to do it twice because the first time it unfreezes the plugins and the second time it does the thing. Wow. So we did this one. So we got this Soundbox Grenadier. Now let's go. But it was working before. Now let's open up Waymaker. I'm going to make even less. Let's have like 9%. We're almost ready to go over to Jade's. I'm just going to, in fact, I'm not, instead of even playing it, I'm just going to bounce it. And then I've got kind of a backing, kind of a vibe thing to go to start with. A shamisen. Oh yeah, that would sound good. See, we've already got some stuff going on. See what's in here. Oh my God, it sounds amazing. So I'm just gonna, so to me, the thing I usually do next here is what I do is I export a full length file and then I go in, and instead of playing in Logic, I go and play in AUM. But so far, look at this. We've already created something really fun. We created a nice little thing that will give us a place to work from, okay? Now let's get back out of Logic. Boom, 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 boom. We could have done some other things, but it kept crashing, so we missed the one thing I wanted to show you about doing the chords. But we'll be working on songs again next week, so I think that is gonna be fine. Anyway, we're gonna go quickly look at what Grenadier 2 looks like. There we go. It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds of some. That's a file. I can go in and I can add drums. I can add all kinds of fun stuff. But let's say goodbye to you with my face right now because it's time to go over to Jade's place. We're going to look at this Verb 2. Can't remember the name of it. All right. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate you hanging out with my facey face while we crash Logic multiple times. Hi, oy vey. But that's what it's like to be a musician. It's endless frustration, but well, you wouldn't have it any other way, would you? Jade's coming up next with Neon Verb NV2. I talked to you about it earlier. That's where we're going. Tomorrow I'm coming back with creating in the flow. We're going to work in art, which won't crash. And I'm just going to let you guys in on my process for processing my feelings and life and everything through art. Right on. I'll see you over at Jade's. Big love, everyone. And all the peace that you can carry straight into your day. Right on. Keep your hands inside the ride and you will be automatically removed to the Jade Star channel.